OnePlus 10T Review. The OnePlus 10T is somewhat different than the 10 Pro. It charges faster but has a less powerful processor, a less attractive design, worse cams, and a weaker battery. Price-wise, it sells for the same amount as well, though it evens gentle feeling in terms of stylistics, build quality, and battery life. The most evident similarities between the two models of the OnePlus 10T and 10 Pro are evident in their corresponding design elements, namely the phone's shapes. The OnePlus 10T features the same squared camera as its predecessor, the same sleek glass rear, and the same huge OnePlus logo. However, if you examine it closely, you'll find a few small alterations. In an effort to appease the annoyance of OnePlus's devotees, the company chose to eliminate the slider for controlling the volume on its devices. It had been this tiny switch that allowed the adjustment of vibration, silence, and normal modes of sound. In-screen fingerprint reader. There is a fingerprint scanner here, but we discovered it is moody. We would often have to put in multiple passes to unlock it. Another change that a lot of people may consider unpleasant is the use of a flat edge display instead of one with a curved edge, so the telephone's handle isn't as comfortable to hold. Finally, the frontal camera was moved from the top left side of the screen to the top center. That display is a 6.7-inch FHD 120Hz HDR 10-panel. OnePlus is always counted on to produce great-looking display screens for its phones. The size and shape of the screen depleted it of most practical advantages for people with small hands. Even so, even with average-sized fingers, it took several hands to use the device. The main camera of the 50MP setting on the Sony Xperia X product line uses the Sony IMX766 sensor. We have wrung way too much praise for this sensor in the past year, seeing as it's great for photography in low light. This sensor is rarely seen on phones in this price range. That camera, in conjunction with the 8MP ultra-wide sensor, joined with a 2MP macro, is fine. However, without the ultra-wide sensor, the macro is essentially useless. The pictures look like they are faded at times, but they do hold mass appeal to the eye. As long as the lighting is good, it's perfect for them to become social media content. Smartphone companies at times have to choose between capacity and speed charging. The bigger the battery is, the less room there is for charging technology. And OnePlus has clearly chosen fast charging with the 10T. The 10T version of the OnePlus phone is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, which is a considerably more formidable chipset than the non-Plus variant in the 10 Pro. It comes with the option of either 8GB, 12GB, or 16GB of RAM. OnePlus claims that this RAM configuration can concurrently deal with 30 apps, but we couldn't envision a scenario where this would ever be useful. You should probably opt for the storage space or cost to decide which device is most suitable. It's far superior to the telephone for gaming, with sufficient power to pull all of those visuals and frame rates all the way up. The big screen allows for an especially fruitful film session of Apex or PUBG. It's Oxygen OS, a OnePlus variant of Android with a couple of additional features like an immersive Zen mode that is designed to increase focus and a screen with a swipe-down menu for added functions. Based on the as-yet unreleased Android 13, with design and feature upgrades. It will be delivered to the 10 Pro first, but the 10T will get it shortly afterward. Such that Oxygen OS is plainly centered on the phones having an alert switch for turning the ringer on, and it is not as accommodating to suit this in the software as it is on other modern phones. Instead of pressing the same button to activate it as it is on most other devices, you have to press a different button to lower the volume of the speaker.